Hi and welcome back. The video you are about to view is one that I filmed demonstrating lotus posture or Padmasana, which is the Sanskrit yogic term for lotus. And in this video, I will show you an intermediate version, three modifications that you can utilize to help aid in performing this posture. And at the very end, I show you how to do an advanced version of lotus called locked lotus. And the Sanskrit term for that is Baddha Padmasana. So for some reason, throughout the video, I call it locked up lotus. I have always called the advanced version of lotus locked up lotus. It's not locked up lotus. That's just what I call it. That's my nickname for it. It's locked lotus. And so I just wanted to make that clear for anyone who is an expert in yoga, who is a yoga instructor or teacher, professional, that yes, I do know the actual name of the posture. I just have my own little nickname for it. And I kind of feel locked up a little bit and confined while I'm in that particular posture. But that's my um, that's my intro into the video. So hope you give it a try and enjoy. Hi, and welcome back to another video. So I'll start by saying I'm not sure I'm going to be able to film this video successfully with the cats. They always want to be a part of whatever it is that I'm doing. So we're going to see um, how well this goes. But if you're a regular viewer, you may know that I have mentioned in some of my videos that I enjoy doing yoga. And I do three different types of yoga or three different disciplines of yoga. And today I wanted to focus on one posture, which is called the lotus posture. And I'm going to show you like a beginning version of it, an intermediate, how to modify it, and then I will end with an advanced version of lotus posture, which is called locked up lotus. So for me, I love lotus posture, but the problem for me is that I have an issue with my hip, and then I have an issue with my knee, my right hip, and my right knee. So it's right about here. And that comes from my standing and even sometimes walking. So if both feet are supposed to be flat when I walk, I tend to kind of curve out onto the outer edge of my right foot. And it's causing, I think it's called a pronation, a little bit of a pronation issue with this knee. It's putting a lot of pressure on this part of my knee. So it's very difficult for me to even sit um, cross-legged. It for any particular period of time. I have to be very careful about how quickly I come out of even just a cross-legged position. But we're going to try to do the lotus, which I know I can do anyway. I'm just not going to hold it for very long, but I still can accomplish the posture and do it correctly. But always remember that with this particular posture, you want to go into it very carefully and exit the posture also very carefully and slowly. And some people who don't have the issues with their knee or their hip um, can move in and out of this posture very quickly. I am not one of those people right now until I can work a little further on what's going on with my right hip and with this knee. So I'm going to go ahead and just show you just briefly what a full basic lotus position looks like. And some people start with their left foot up, and then they put their right foot up. Or you can start with your right foot and then your left, or you can, it doesn't matter. I can do both, but you'll know what combination works best for you. So you'll want to sit kind of like cross-legged. And then for me, I like to bring my right foot up over my left thigh, and it's right where the top of your thigh creates a crease with your abdomen. And then you slide this foot out, which is my left foot, and then that comes up into the same position. So if I scoot back, both knees touching the floor. It's not like one is up like this. Both knees and legs, thighs should be touching the ground. Okay. So this is full lotus, and many times we go into Gya Mudra with the hands, which is thumbs and forefingers touching with the other remaining 3 fingers out, and you just rest them here on your knees. And this is a very, very standard posture or position for meditation. So that's lotus position. So when I come out of it, I very carefully lift my left leg because that's the last one that came up, followed by my right. So now there are some things that you can do to help ease your way into lotus. Like for me, and there are other people, experts, that may have other exercises that help, but doing, you keep your, oh no, it's not time to play. I knew that was going to happen, is you keep your feet together like this and just do some butterflies like this, just to help loosen up this particular area of your hips. And then even just sitting cross-legged. So like for me, because my right hip hurts, this knee is slightly raised. So now if I switch my feet, both knees are down as they should be. So this is the better position for me, to have my right foot under my left. All right, so I'm going to show you a modification for this. Oops, come on, buddy. I need my towel. I need my blanket. So I have a blanket that's folded, so it's a double, and I will sit sideways here so that you can see. Sometimes if you elevate yourself and you scoot to the edge of this, it can help greatly with performing the posture. So my right and my left. And for some people, this will help as a modification. The second modification is to take, this is just one of my kitchen towels, just a basic like 2 foot by maybe 1.5 foot towel. I just fold it. And depending, you might have to play with it in terms of folding it. You can place it underneath your knee, or even both knees, to help you get your knees in proper alignment as you're trying to do the posture. So you're elevating your bottom, which is elevating your hips and the upper part of your thigh and your sit bones, and then you've got your knee elevated. Now for me, it would feel good if I had another one of these on my other side. So that would be helpful as well. So what I might do So what I might do is turn around here so that you can see what this looks like from the front. So this is the same thing. So the first modification is right leg up, left, okay? And then you can add a folded towel or something that's a proper height. You might have to play with folding it to see what feels good. Now for me, it would feel really good to have this one lifted up. So you could, you know, play with it, see if just one knee needs to be elevated or if both do. Okay, so then the next modification, I'll just scoot forward and remove the towel. The next one is to have this right here. So this actually feels pretty good. And that's just right in the center of where your 2 feet are. And for me, I'm going to try doubling it over like I had it under my knee. Oh, that's nice. That works too. So there are 3 modifications for lotus posture. Now, an intermediate version of lotus would be if you're in a class and I would say whether you are struggling to accomplish full lotus or you're having pain like I am with it, you can do kind of like a half cross-legged position where you have your one leg crossed and then you bring the just one up. So you don't have both feet up. You have only one up. So this is me with my right leg bent and I brought my left leg and my left foot up to my right crease where my hip meets my abdomen on the right side. Or, and you'll find that one side just might feel a little bit more comfortable than the other. So we'll try the other intermediate version of this, and that's the left, and bring the right one up. Now for me, both feel equally the same. So there you go. So I showed you the full lotus posture, and then I showed you 3 modifications to doing lotus, and then here is the intermediate. And now I'm going to show you an advanced version of lotus, and it's called locked up lotus. This one is very interesting, and you really have to, if you have mastered lotus, the key to doing locked up lotus is to have the feet as high up here as possible. And I'll show you how we do that. Got my right, then I've got my left. And to do that, I bring my legs in. So if you see like this, it's one of the only ways that I can do this. All right, so both my knees are on the floor. And then you take your left hand around and grab your left foot. Right arm around and grab the right foot. And this is locked up lotus. And so I will turn around and you can see this from the back side. All right, so I'm going to turn myself around and do that same position, locked up lotus, in the opposite direction, so that you'll be looking at my backside doing this. All right, and those are the different variations with modifications for lotus posture. All right, take care.